What is Little My name is Roland and welcome to another video. Actually, I already made this topic previously about the living cost in Malaysia. I think I missed out a couple of points on my previous videos, so I'd like to use this video to clarify those points, right? The question is very simple. What is the actual living cost in Malaysia, right? I'm a student, I know what's the living cost, so I'll just put a chart. This can be my whiteboard, right?
जनता माफ नहीं करेगी.
Let's talk about your accommodation, right? So accommodation here. So I will use the generic scenario when a student comes to Malaysia is that when a student comes to Malaysia, they opt for the cheapest and the most smallest accommodation possible, right? According to my own latest speculation, I have seen my subscribers stay in accommodation of a lowest price of 300 to 400 ringgit. Most probably the accommodation will be partially furnished, like you will have a bed, you will have a table, and you will have a cupboard, right? Other than that, I don't think you will have any other things, right? And there will be an AC and other utilities will be subjective to where you take the accommodation, right? So on average, we take the accommodation as 400 ringgit, 300 to 400 ringgit, excluding utility bill. And utility bill will be around 50 to 150 depending on your usage. Total accommodation cost per month will be around 500 ringgit. Okay, accommodation is very straightforward. You don't have to exaggerate anything else. Try to get an accommodation as cheap and as simple as possible because you have to build your foundation. Then you can move to a higher or a more expensive accommodation in the future, right? Okay, so moving on to your food and your grocery section, right? It's very simple. You don't have to overcomplicate things, right? It depends. The food and the grocery cost depends on you, right? What type of person you are. Are you a cargo? I mean, if you're always hungry, I think then the food and the grocery will be a little bit higher. If you're a bodybuilder, it will be higher. But if you're anorexic, I mean, like if you don't like eating too much, then it will be lower. You can cut a lot of costs down on your food and grocery section, right? So average grocery shopping, if you do in Malaysia, from any mid to any cheap to mid-range grocery shop, it will be around 100. 100 will be the average, right? You can do up to 50 ringgit of grocery is also enough, but I don't think it will last long, right? So 100 to 200 is your maximum grocery limitation, right? Don't go above 200. I think you're just buying too much food. You will end up wasting the food, right? What I think is, what my philosophy is, buy the exact amount that you can finish, right? Don't overstock the things because I think it's not practical to overstock your grocery for a single person, right? And there is always an option to go out and eat. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys how you can get free food from Foodpanda in Malaysia, right? It's a very rare glitch that I discovered. I want to teach you guys how you can get free food from Foodpanda, right? So food and grocery will be around 100 to 200 maximum, right? You can stay up to 150 for your own good, right? 100 to 200 is your maximum grocery expenditure in Malaysia. The last and the most important is transportation, right? It's also depending on what type of person you are. If you're an introvert, you don't like to travel much, you don't like to travel a lot, you just go from your home to your university, transportation will be very cheap, right? But if you're an outgoing person, you will use public transport and you use Grab or InDriver, then your transportation cost might be a little bit higher. If you're just a college goer, you'll be most likely using public transport for your main mode of transportation. So public transport, I don't think you need more than 100 ringgit a month for your traveling, right? It will be more beneficial if you have a concession card. So you get a 50% discount, you get a 55% discount on every ride you get on public transportation. So try to get your concession card as soon as possible. And for public transport, it's very cheap, as you know already. And for transportation, the maximum will be 100 ringgit per month for average college goer, right? And if you're if you like traveling a lot, if you go here and there, you use InDriver or you use Grab most of the time. Guys, don't use Grab, it's just a waste of money. Use InDriver. Then your transportation might bump up to another 100 more, like 200 or something like that. But it depends on you, right? So travel wisely. If you are in short of money, just don't travel. Stay in your room. I think that's better. Stay in your room and eat food, right? So this is roughly the total math right now. So this will be your total cost in Malaysia in a month. And now let's talk about your leisure time, right? Because you're a human, right? You won't be doing this three things all of that. You will go out with your friends, you will have food outside, you will go for movies, you will go for traveling. These are non-subjective to this calculation. That depends on you, so I'm not including this because I also travel a lot. I also go out with my friends, right? So the list will be completely different if I include those expenses here, right? So this is like the average structure of a student in Malaysia. So if your parents are asking how much money you need, you can show this. Take a screenshot of this and you can show this is the exact amount, like plus or minus, you need this amount to survive each month in Malaysia. So I don't want to stretch this video too much till then. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next vlog.